Are
Ooh,
we
that's
live?
not good. Oh, yeah, we're live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the
Okay.
Pineapple Pixels podcast. My name is Pineapple the Fruit. This is your fellow host.
Baby Builder.
We play video games, maybe more than people should, but we have reason. They're good.
Yes, that is a correct statement. If you
Um,
disagree with me, I will eliminate you.
if you disagree with me, I am coming.
You will not be able to disagree with me because I will disintegrate your bones before you are able to disagree with me.
Like, if anyone ever uses the word "well" as a contraction, or as a contradiction statement, Ape it will be at your house.
No, your bones will just disintegrate like Infinity War.
Well, oh God, my
And then
bones!
you'll
Why does it
disintegrate.
taste like almond milk?
Um, so E3 starts in like a week.
Oh, holy hell! They do.
Yeah. It's the 31st and it starts I think June like 12th. Yeah, it starts next Saturday.
Jesus. Well, if I really hope good things are shown off there.
Yeah, there's a Microsoft conference on the 13th. I'm planning to maybe stream it if able. Yeah, I plan to stream it actually.
Oh yeah, that's a. Oh, I might not stream it, but I'll definitely join you on your stream.
Nice. I should have time unless they like decide they want me to come in early. I really should just probably take that day off.
Yeah.
Just make sure.
Hmm.
I think I'll go in and write that next time I go into work. But I also really wish I knew what Nintendo's was so I could take that day off so I wouldn't have the
Yeah.
potential of missing the
Has
direct.
Nintendo still not really announced?
No, we still don't know. At this point, I expect them not to tell us until like a day before, and then
You know,
it's just
at
gonna
this
be
point,
like,
I do kind of expect it because that's kind of what they've been doing with the directs.
yeah, they always do that, and it sucks because then I can't plan for it.
It just happens.
Yeah, so that
It's like a
sucks, but
surprise.
oh
When you
well.
know a surprise is coming, it sucks a lot more than when you don't. Because when you
Yeah,
don't know a surprise is coming, then it's a joyful surprise. You're like, oh my god, I get this. I'm so happy. I didn't expect to get this.
yeah,
But when you know a surprise that's coming, it's like, all
I
right,
just want it.
come on, let it be here already.
Yeah. My biggest, I just wish, I just hope I'm able to stream it. Honestly, I hope I'm there to stream it,
Yeah,
and not like at work, because that would suck.
that would be Garbo.
Um, I think if I am at work that day, I'd like to just like avoid the internet until I get home,
Oh yeah,
so I can react to it.
I bet. Do you think there are? Do we know if they're actually gonna announce a new fighter? Or is everyone just saying that they are?
I don't know. They might announce new fighters. It would make sense to, but I really,
It would make sense. I really hope they announce Shaggy from Scooby Doo.
oh man, I hope I'm in Smash Brothers.
You know that Grumpy Cat meme from like 2011? I really hope that's in there.
Dude, I hope the YouTube logo is the next Smash Brothers fighter.
No, dude, that's too abstract. You gotta go with the play button. Just the triangle play button.
The final Smash is Nintendo's DMCA's.
It's
Um,
OBS. OBS is the fighter, and if you pick that, the game immediately uninstalls itself, and you get sued by Nintendo.
let's see.
Our bitrate is
There
kind of
are
going everywhere.
rumors. Hmm. There are rumors of a Switch Pro coming out, like maybe tomorrow.
Ooh,
Like announced, I guess.
yeah.
because there's a bunch of rumors going around that are saying there's gonna be a Switch Pro or like at least a revision that's more powerful
Mm-hmm.
that will release before E3, and E3 is in like a week, and Nintendo really only announces on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so we have like a very short time span for them to do that if they plan to do it before E3.
Mm-hmm. Ugh. That would be really cool. I'd be really interested in. I wouldn't be interested in buying it because it's probably gonna be hella expensive. The normal Switch is already $300, which is a good price for a
Yeah.
console. But, I mean, it has to be less than a PS5. It just has to. If it's the same
Yeah.
amount as a PS5 or an Xbox Series X, people are going to be upset. It has to at least be less than that.
I expect a $400 console, but also my biggest concern isn't the price. My biggest concern is, can I get it?
Oh, because with all the other consoles, you think the same thing's gonna happen to the Switch?
We're still in a chip shortage. Will we even be able to get a Switch Pro? Will anyone be able to?
If anything, they'll probably just announce it and be like, "This is coming in 3 years."
Introducing the Switch Pro, coming out in 2021 plus.
Here is the Switch Pro. This is coming out in 2021, 21, 21, 21.
Switch Pro will release when you are dead.
You, specifically, the one person in the crowd. After you die, we will release the Switch Pro.
We're releasing it. Reggie comes on stage. Reggie comes back on stage after not even working for Nintendo anymore, and it's like, surprise announcement. We're releasing it today. You're going to die. And then he stabs him to death.
Reggie rocks on stage. He's like, "We'll release the Switch Pro when we'll release the Switch Pro when GameStop goes out of business." Oh wait.
I, Reggie, have fucking left.
I guess it's gonna be there soon. Reggie just walks off stage.
I'm in charge of Nintendo again. There's nothing you can do to stop me.
Doug Bowser just walks up. He's like, "What do you want? What is happening?"
Fuck you, Bowser. Get out of my face. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what they can do with more powerful hardware, because it's just, yeah, I've always wanted to see Nintendo do more stuff with this more powerful hardware. I think everyone has had that
Yeah.
idea every now and then.
Yeah.
But also, get it? My biggest concern really comes down to what I can play. I have a $1,300 computer. If I want to look at nice video game graphics, I can do that there.
Yeah, the Switch is mainly gonna be for fun video games rather than
Yeah.
good-looking video games. That's why we got the Mario games on there, because Mario has really good
Yeah.
gameplay.
Although it would be nice to have them look a little
Mhm.
bit better, because some games do not look
Yeah,
great.
that's the thing about the
Especially
Switch.
with resolutions.
That's the thing about the Switch. You have to kind of know what you're developing for. That's why
Yeah.
a lot of Nintendo's games look really, really good, because they were thinking of developing for that console from day one. Not everyone does that. Obviously, a lot of people will start with the more popular consoles like PS5, Xbox Series S, and then port it to Switch, which if you start with those consoles, you're obviously going to have to degrade it. It isn't built for the system.
Yeah.
And when you have graphics
Not
that
enjoying
weren't
third
made
party.
for the console and instead are just lower quality graphics from another video game, it doesn't tend to look as good.
Yeah. Now, I'm really hoping that at E3 we get some news. Well, I mean, not even hoping at this point. We better get some news on Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2
Yes.
at this point.
Again, I don't
Come
care
on.
how good the direct is. If you do not mention both Metroid Prime 4 and Breath of the Wild 2, you don't even have to
They
say,
don't have to
you don't have
show
to show
anything.
it, just
They
say
just have to
that it is
say it
still
exists.
here. Just
Actually, I'd
say that
like
it's
to see a
still
little bit of
happening.
two.
Maybe give a release date. Show us some stuff from Breath of the Wild 2. But if they don't at least mention Breath of the Wild 2 and Metroid Prime 4, I will consider this a failed direct. I
Yeah.
will be disappointed. I don't care how good the stuff's in
Um.
it. I don't care if we get fucking Smash Bros. Ultimate 3.
I expect a tiny bit of content from Breath of the Wild 2 to be shown, just like very small amount at the very
Yeah.
least. And my minimum for Metroid Prime 4 is just to mention that it exists still and that it has not been canceled.
Be cool if we got some gameplay from that too. I feel like at this stage we should at least have
Yeah,
concept art.
I would expect at least like a teaser trailer would be nice, just to get the vibes of what
Mhm.
it'd be like. Would be nice to see. Um, Aiden said, "Did you notice the king in Miitopia is named Reggie?" Oh, neat.
No.
I have not gotten there as I have the demo and have not paid for it and probably won't.
Does that mean Reggie made you? Reggie's the CEO of you, your life?
Reggie created all.
Reality.
Reggie is God.
Oh boy, that
Um,
was fun. Now I have to get back to controlling the government.
that's the next conspiracy theory. Joe Biden was actually put into office by Reggie Fils-Aimé.
By Reggie.
Reggie Fils-Aimé actually controls the whole government. Reggie Fils-Aimé is in charge of the Illuminati.
Reggie Fils-Aimé is in
Um,
charge of everything. Of the government, the people against the government.
he controls all. He controls the conspiracy theorists. He created the conspiracy theory by
He's
both
been the
creating the
one making up all the
conspiracy and the
leaks.
theory. He created the conspiracy theory and the conspiracy at the same time. Let's see though. Games I would. Well, what are some games you would like to see? Like
From
ones that aren't the
Nintendo?
obvious. Yeah, ones that like aren't the obvious stuff.
Oh god.
Because everyone's gonna go with the main two we just mentioned, or like an Odyssey 2. Like I said, I
I
would
really
love.
hope
Doubt it though.
they announce a good remake of Galaxy 2. Not a re-release, because if they just re-release it like they did the other games, I will be very angry.
Mm.
They have to at least upscale it, like it has to be at least remastered. Twilight Princess remastered would also be really nice to see on Switch. We got it on Wii U, we got it on Wii. It wouldn't be, I can't
Mm.
imagine that hard to put it on Switch.
I wouldn't expect Galaxy 2 to even be mentioned. I still don't know what's up with that, but I don't really expect anything. If we do get into Galaxy 2, I'd be happy. Very
Yeah.
happy. Also, I'd buy that just upscaled slightly on the Switch for $20.
I
Honestly,
think
I'd
I
love
think
that
we're
game.
overdue for another WarioWare game.
You know what? That's fair. Actually, I think we're overdue for just any Wario content. But what's the last?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're very overdue for Wario games. Um, that actually brings up an interesting point for me. I don't want another WarioWare game. I kind of want something else. I
Really?
want a return to Wario Land.
I think Wario Land would definitely be better. I just said WarioWare because I like
Yeah, it's the
WarioWare.
obvious one. Yeah, WarioWare is good. I'm not saying it's not, but I very much would like to see Wario Land return. I don't think they ever will, but I would love to see that.
Oh yeah, I don't know
Wario
why they
Land
wouldn't.
is well, they just haven't done one. We haven't had a Wario Land since the Game Boy Advance.
No, there was one on the Wii, I thought.
Oh yeah, there was a one on the Wii. Never mind, but we haven't had it since the Wii. They skipped it on the Wii U.
Wii was only 2 consoles ago, man.
Still 2 consoles ago. We haven't had a Super Slugger since. I
Yeah.
would say they probably consider it legacy at this point, considering they re-released
Yeah.
some Wii games. But I would very much so like to see a return to Wario Land if possible. Like maybe like a reimagining or
Mhm.
like a Donkey Kong Country Returns type thing for Wario Land. Because it always had really interesting gameplay, and I always thought it was much more unique and interesting than the 2D Marios.
Mhm.
And since they have Mario Maker now, it would actually make a lot of sense to do that.
Oh
because
yeah,
we're in a position where there's not reason to make a 2D Mario, but a 2D Wario game. There's a lot of reason for that.
yeah.
That's something unique. That'd be really cool to bring back, I think.
I think I know this isn't going to happen anytime soon, but looking to the future, I think a Kid Icarus game on the Switch would work very, very
Oh
well.
yes, it would. I very much would like a Kid Icarus, or at least a Kid Icarus Uprising remake.
Yeah.
Honestly, just an
Uh,
upscaling would work.
just upscaling. That game was fucking fantastic and pretty good looking
Beautiful video
already.
game.
Like all the 3D, pretty much every Nintendo 3DS game without the low resolution looks fucking great. Like most of the 3DS games
Yeah,
look really good without the low resolution. It's just the fact that
yeah.
they were held back by that fucking screen. Like all you have to do is upres the
That
textures and they
screen
play
really
really
did hold it
well.
back. Yeah, yeah.
Um,
They do look really nice that way.
you look really nice.
Um, Aiden mentioned Twilight Princess Remastered.
I
I
also,
would not be surprised. Yeah, you also mentioned it. I wouldn't be surprised if there was that, because that was on the Wii U, right?
that's on the Wii U and the Wii.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if
It's been on every console since the GameCube.
actually that kind of leads me into a point I would like to make of for the 35th anniversary of Zelda. I really want to see if the like a collection.
Oh
I want
yeah,
like a collection of stuff. I want $60 for Wind
yeah.
Waker HD,
Skyward Sword is not
Princess
gonna cover it,
Remastered.
Nintendo.
Yeah, no, it's not. I would say Skyward Sword could just go with it. It'd be just like all those games. So it'd be Skyward Sword
Yeah.
HD, so the Princess HD, I guess they call it, and then Wind Waker HD. That's the one I'd buy it for because Wind Waker HD is great.
My personal big three would obviously be I don't know, I don't remember exactly what you said, but actually no, I would say the same thing. Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, and Wind Waker
Hmm.
are the big three for me.
I mentioned Skyward Sword instead, but Ocarina of Time
Ah.
is also a very fair point to make. I'd like to see that.
The Ocarina of Time would be like the Super Mario 64. Twilight
Yeah.
Princess would probably be like the Mario Galaxy.
Well, that'd be a really interesting way to do it. That'd be really cool. Do a that type thing and do just
Yeah.
like the 3DS. That'd be cool.
It would be really, yeah, it'd be very similar. I just would hope for more features rather than just we put the game on here, cry.
Yeah, I hope they at least do some stuff. At the very least, give us a cool selection menu, please.
At the
That's all I
very least,
want.
give us fucking widescreen.
Yeah,
It's
actually,
not that
that's
hard.
at least give us widescreen, and if you can, maybe a cooler selection menu. 'Cause
Yeah.
Mario
We don't
Kart can
ask a
suck.
lot. We
No.
ask, the only things we ask of you are things that have already been done.
By other people. It's not
Yeah.
hard.
It's not difficult.
But yeah, let's hope that turns out well if it exists. Aiden said Tamagotchi Life for the Switch. I would like a Tamagotchi Life too, very much.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people would like a Tamagotchi Life too. It'd be really cool. It'd be out of nowhere, but it'd be really cool. It'd be really neat if Nintendo out of nowhere was like, we're gonna make a new Chibi Robo game,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna make it actually good.
Mm-hmm.
I would find it really funny if Nintendo released that and it sold incredibly well solely because of Scott the Woz.
Because it's got the was. Yeah.
Scott the Woz single-handedly causes Chibi Robo to have a resurgence in popularity.
Yeah.
I mean, Scott would break if that happened. If they like,
Yeah.
new Chibi Robo, he'd just scream. I want a Pikmin 4. I said that many times, but I want Pikmin 4. I'd be very happy to see that.
Mm-hmm.
15th anniversary of Mother. Mother 3 would be really cool.
3 would be really nice. I had another one in my mind, but I kind of forgot about it. Oh, a new Kirby game. I think we're almost overdue
Yes.
for a new Kirby game.
I would agree we are overdue for new Kirbo. I really hope that the rumors of the 3D Kirby game were true, because I'd very much like to see that. I still think
I
Kirby
think
could
that'd
work
be
really
really
well in
interesting,
3D
yeah.
with some effort. With some effort, it'd be a bit difficult. but
Yeah, it
we
would
could
be
definitely
Kirby
do it.
would have to Kirby would be very hard to get right in 3D.
Uh-huh.
That's one of the reasons why I almost think that rumor is not true, is because Kirby would be particularly difficult to do in 3D.
Yeah.
Um, but I still think it could work.
Yeah. It'd be slightly different. It'd be like a Wario Land to the it'd be like how Wario Land treats 2D differently.
Mm-hmm.
So, um I also really hope that that rumor about the 3D Donkey Kong Country game would be true, because
Mm-hmm.
that sounds really cool.
No,
No?
we already got a 3D Donkey Kong Country game. That was Donkey Kong 64. This is what happens when
That
you put
was
Donkey Kong Country in 3D 8-bit.
okay. Well, first of all, my argument is that was on the Nintendo 64.
That wasn't why it wasn't good.
It wasn't good because it was really old back then and also did not have the best developers.
Yeah.
It just wasn't like handled well, I think. I think it could work. I think a 3D Donkey Kong could very much work. It just takes the right studio, and from what I've heard, it'd be the Mario Odyssey studio. The people that
It
worked in
would
Mario Odyssey would be working on this. So
when I
I think it'd be good.
yeah, when I think of it would probably play a lot like Crash Bandicoot.
Mm.
Putting it in 3D like that. Thinking about putting it the way Nitro Rad did, Crash Bandicoot is basically Donkey Kong Country, but the camera is behind the character instead of on the side.
Mm.
That's basically what Crash Bandicoot is. So if you were to put Donkey Kong
Mm.
Country in 3D, it would probably be very similar to that. Unless you
That's
went
fair.
for a more open world game like Donkey Kong
I'm
64.
think I'm thinking open world, just better managed. I'm because honestly, Donkey Kong 64 has potential. It just wasn't greatly executed. This team can execute that well because I
Mm-hmm.
can very much see that working. I mean, I'm imagining like a vast jungle area with like palm trees to the side that you can
Yeah.
climb up on and swing off of, and when you swing off of that, you can like fling yourself on the platforms. You can grab like bananas and stuff.
It could definitely
Mm,
work really well. My only
yeah.
thought with them releasing an open world game is that I think Mario pretty much has the open world market covered for Nintendo right now. I think if anything, if they were going to release another 3D game, it would be more akin to Super Mario 3D World, where it's kind of a side scroller, but it's also 3D.
That's fair, but also I think that they could find enough unique ways to handle it to where it would still be an open world game in the vein of Mario Odyssey, but different enough. It'd be
Mm-hmm.
like the same sort of like it'd be similar level design execution,
Yeah.
obviously with like Donkey Kong style visuals. I would imagine no floating items.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but the gameplay would still be different enough because Donkey Kong and Mario control completely differently.
Yeah.
I'd love to see more open world 3D platformers. I really want to see that more often because just are there that many really?
Are that many open world? I think most people when they make a 3D platformer, they go open world. Like not many people actually make linear
Mm,
3D platformers just because I don't know if they sell as well.
that's fair. But what I was thinking was like, are they are open world, but are they like open world? Are they like usually? Because I'm thinking they're most ones I've played at least usually end up being linear open world,
I mean, the
where it's like
only
it's open world, but you can't really go everywhere like you can in Odyssey, where you just land there, you just do mostly anything,
I mean, I
which I like.
guess well, because they just released Odyssey. Uh, we also got Galaxy remade. Galaxy isn't exactly the same.
No, it's closer to the
It's closer than
Galaxy's
like
much
the
closer to
linear part.
3D
So I mean,
world.
I guess
Yeah,
not. I just don't. I don't know
yeah,
if. See the obvious reason why I'm so hesitant about a open world
yeah.
Donkey Kong game is that we got that and it was bad, and I own it and I am upset that it is bad. And honestly, we haven't
Yes, but
gotten.
also that was at least. Hmm?
Oh, and I was gonna say we haven't really gotten like a 3D game in the vein of Super Mario 3D World in a while, because we got Mario Odyssey and then we got the Bowser's Fury. I mean, I guess we got like Crash, but from Nintendo, not really. We haven't even had that many platformers from Nintendo.
That's fair.
And I think it would just be interesting to get another piece of gameplay, because pretty much all of the platformers that we've gotten from Nintendo have been 3D open world games. I think it would be nice to have something a little less that.
That's fair. I personally kind of disagree. I really want to see the world of Donkey Kong translated into 3D with full freedom
hmm
of movement. And again, that game was 30 years ago. I think they've learned a lot since then,
I mean, you'd be
but that's
surprised.
just me. But that's just me.
Yeah. Well, that's also what. At what point are you just making a Banjo Kazooie game? Ugh. Yeah, I mean, I can't name a bunch off the top of my head, but I know we've gotten a bunch of 3D open world platformers with Yooka-Laylee, Super Mario Odyssey, Super Mario Bowser's Fury. And while I know that that would be a good game, I would like a little bit of variation.
That's fair. I would just personally like to see Nintendo just make like a more, just another really good Mario game that's more linear. Honestly, I still think there's. I know Nintendo will never do it, but I very much do think that if they were to do it, a Galaxy game, like a new Mario Galaxy game, would be viable as its own brand of Mario.
Yeah, Galaxy was such a unique concept that you could
Yeah,
do a lot with it.
you honestly could have just like Mario Galaxy be its own branch of Mario. A
Hmm.
Galaxy 3 could still sell well on the Switch.
Oh yeah,
Really well, in fact, because it's Mario Galaxy. Those games are amazing.
those games are infamously amazing.
I think it'd sell incredibly well, and it'd allow you to do some linear type Mario and have 3D Mario.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'd be interesting to see either, honestly. What else does what else is there that could
Be a good video game.
what
Not
else
from
would be nice for
Nintendo, but
news?
from Capcom. I think a new Mega Man or Mega Man X game is overdue. I think that would be a really good. I think it'd be really good. Mega Man 11 was excellent. I beat the game. I don't remember what I beat it on, but I know I beat it. It was really good. I have always been a big fan of Mega Man, even though I'm not the
Nice.
greatest at it. Mega Man X,
Yeah.
the original Mega Man X I beat. It was really good.
Mhm.
Mega Man's a good series. Make another Mega Man game. No brainer. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, that's fair. I'd like to see a new Mega Man. Let's see. Um,
Do you think they're gonna announce any more of the virtual console things?
yeah, actually, I think we're due to get another Virtual Console thing.
Do you think
I
it's
think
gonna
we're
be
due
like
to
Game
get.
Boy or GameCube or N64? It's more
I
GameCube or it's more Game Boy or N64.
Yeah, I honestly don't know. I could see a case made for N64 or Game Boy.
Yeah.
Because N64 is obviously the next progression. It'd be like there was a lot there, but also closer to the styles of the games they're doing would be Game Boy and such. If they do Game Boy, I do agree the Game Boy Advance and honestly the Game Boy Color count as different consoles.
Yeah.
There's like three Game Boy consoles, but I do think if they do like a Game Boy section, there's not enough there to where they should make it just Game Boy.
Yeah, I agree.
It should be Game Boy overall. Like it should be Game Boy to Game Boy Color to Game Boy Advance all at once. I
hmm
don't think there's enough content to just do a Game Boy game. Because they're great games, but I don't think there's that much there.
hmm
And I want Game Boy Advance because there's some good Game Boy Advance games.
Oh yeah,
Like Mother 3
definitely.
would be a really good way to. It'd be really good to sneak that in there. Though with how Nintendo's been, I honestly don't expect that at this point. We still don't have Earthbound on the Switch. I don't know why. I'd like to see that announced. I don't know why we still don't have Earthbound on the Switch, but
Oh
that's
yeah.
not on there. Or Earthbound Beginnings on the Switch. I don't know. That's also not on there. Kind of dumb. Come on, Nintendo. Um, I wish the people that made Epic Mickey still existed.
Oh. Dude, does Epic Mickey? I think they shut down the studio that made Epic Mickey.
They did. They do. They did. That's why I said I wish they still
Oh,
existed.
I thought you said I found out that they still existed.
No, no, I wish they still existed because they shut down and they made some great games. I'd like to see some new
They made
style
some
of
great
that.
games. I really wish if they still existed, they'd take another shot at Epic Mickey because
Yeah.
the first game was pretty decent, but it didn't explore the concept as well as it could. And then we got a second game
Hmm.
where we were like, yo, they can explore the concept as well as they could be
Bad.
explored. And then it wasn't good.
It
So,
sucked. And then there was actually a really good one, but it was a 2D platformer on the 3DS.
yeah, I actually own that one.
I do
Actually, I don't know
too.
if
It
I
was
own it
pretty
anymore.
good.
I might have sold it, but
It's pretty good.
yeah.
I would love to see a modern reinterpretation, like reimagining, just honestly retry of what Epic Mickey was supposed to be,
Yeah.
because the actual game wasn't very close to what they were trying to execute. And I thought it would be a lot cooler if we did that now with the better technology. We could accomplish that easier.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Um, what do we not have this on the Switch yet? Because, like I said, we definitely need at least. I personally feel we need another 2D, a new 3D open world platformer because we haven't had one since Mario Odyssey.
We haven't, have we?
No, unless you count Bowser's Fury, but that was very short and it felt more experimental. Good, but I wouldn't count it as a full game. That's why I'm
Yeah.
hoping that Donkey Kong thing is a 3D platformer. I'd like a new Star Fox, but
That
done
would be
well.
good.
Nintendo doesn't have the best track record for Star Fox.
No. No, they don't.
But hopefully they've learned how to make good Star Fox. Because I will defend the fact that Star Fox Zero, if you had better controls, would be a good video game.
Yeah.
It just controlled badly. Um, I'd like to see a new Star Fox though with the new Switch hardware. But to be fair, that might just be kind of what Starlink was for Nintendo.
They definitely got around releasing other Star Fox games via Starlink.
Yeah, they kind of leased that out to Ubisoft to just deal with.
Yeah. Do you think that we're gonna get a new Star Wars game anytime soon?
Yes, honestly think EA will probably announce a new Star Wars thing
Just not
during
the
their whatever their
freaking
thing is.
Coliseum game.
Yeah, I would hope we're gonna get news on Fallen Order 2.
That would be really cool.
Yeah,
Hmm.
they confirmed. I'm pretty sure they confirmed a while ago that we're gonna get a Fallen Order 2. So I'd like to
I
see
mean,
that.
it only makes sense that we get it because the way they structured the title, it definitely was meant to be a series because it's like Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. So maybe the
Yeah,
next
another
one's
Star
like
Wars Jedi game would be
fucking
nice.
Star Wars Jedi The Restoration or whatever the fuck. But it would be really nice to see another Star Wars Jedi game.
Yeah, I want to see another Star Wars
I'm
Jedi
playing
game.
through it right now. It's really good. I don't really
Hmm.
like Cal. I don't really like normal Cal. I think he goes from being a child, from acting like a child to or not acting like a child. He goes from acting very young and definitely excitable, but not he changes personalities very quick in the
Hmm.
game. I don't really like Cal that much. But the game is really fun. The mods are really good. I modded my game so that I look like the fucking Mandalorian, and that I have different voice lines, so I also sound like the Mandalorian. And
Yeah.
it is a really good mod. I also got better lightsaber colors just because the normal colors aren't that fantastic.
Yeah. Um. Xbox. Xbox will have a conference for 90 minutes.
Xbox is one of those things where they have so much shit going on that they could pull out anything.
That's fair. Also,
Um,
I forgot to mention this. It's actually not just an Xbox conference.
Bethesda?
It's an Xbox Bethesda conference.
I really wish I. Alright, hold on.
Xbox and Bethesda Game Showcase. It's both.
Do you think. Do you think that will. You think they'll announce another Doom? Do you.
I don't know.
Do you
I don't
think.
think it's been long enough for them to do another Doom.
Doom? I would really like another Doom game.
I mean, I would too. I'd love one, but I don't think it's been long enough. It's only been like what, a year?
It's
It came
only
out last
been.
year.
It's only been like a year since the Ancient Gods, I thought. I would
No,
like.
Doom came out in 2020 of March.
No, I thought it came out 2019.
Nope.
Oh, well, at least I think it would be nice. We probably won't get more Doom stuff, but I think it would be cool if we did. 'Cause I really like Doom. That's my
Anything
say.
I'd
The only
expect
thing I
maybe
want
a
from
third.
Bethesda right now is Doom. A third
I'd like to
DLC
see
would be
them.
cool.
Yeah, I'd like to see them tackle Fallout again, but with like the actual restrictions to make sure they actually
Yeah.
make a good game. I want to see them like make a Fallout game with people telling them how to actually make the game and making sure they don't fuck it up.
That, yeah, that'd be really, really nice, especially to see on like other consoles other than PC that it works well on.
Yeah.
I that would be really nice. I'd be really happy to see that. Um, I mean, yeah. What else is there to say? I think because Fallout is a beloved series, but if we're being honest, every game in the series definitely has not great things about it.
Yeah,
But
that's a very flawed
with
series.
like a quality assurance person like Microsoft, I think we can get a fantastic Fallout game. I think all
Yeah.
of the stuff that kind of bogged them down before would be really nice. I would really like to see a change of art style in Fallout because
Mm.
I personally think Fallout 4 and Fallout 76 are really fucking ugly games. And it pisses me off whenever I
Yeah.
look at them. Uh
My problem with the Fallout games is, I mean, to be fair, they are intentionally ugly, I imagine. But also, I'd like to see one set really far in the future with like overgrowth and such.
yeah.
Also, it's Fallout. Do we really need to be scientifically accurate?
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what they did with 76. 76 was a lot more lush than
Yeah,
all
and
the
I
other
actually really
ones.
liked that. And there was some really cool. There's the thing about 76. It has actually one of the coolest Fallout maps,
Oh,
but
yeah. But it
everything else
wasn't
kind of sucked.
good.
So
My
that'd be
Switch
nice to
Joy-Cons
see.
are drifting.
Oh. Um, I think that kind of covers my main things. I don't really want to. I don't really care to go over Sony stuff, honestly, because I just don't have a PlayStation. And I don't intend to buy one anytime soon.
I
Do
will.
you have anything?
I would like a new Astrobot game because the Astrobot VR game was really good. I actually own it. I haven't finished it yet, but I can tell you it's really good.
Nice.
The oh, fuck. Hold on, I'll get it. The one on the PS5 was also really good, and that was essentially a tech demo too. So the fact that it was really
Yeah.
good is really fucking good.
That'd be neat. Yeah.
That would be something I really like. Also, we're getting a lot of details on the PSVR 2 recently, and it looks
Mhm.
really fucking good. Like
Ooh, nice.
the controllers look a lot more akin to the Oculus ones, which is a good choice because the Oculus ones are hella comfortable. The
Nice.
headset looks really good, so I would be excited to
Mhm.
see that announced along with some launch titles.
Yes.
I'd be very happy to see all that. That is
Um.
kind of the end of my stuff with Sony, other than maybe I would like to see more stuff on a Spider-Man, because Spider-Man Miles Morales was very short.
Oh yeah.
It definitely needs DLC, or at least some patches, because from what I've seen, at least the PS4 version is hella buggy. Like,
Mm.
you can just lose your entire body sometimes, and no one knows why.
Oh.
No one's figured out why you can just lose your entire being. But sometimes it is just not there.
Sometimes the whole of Spider-Man is gone.
Yeah, no,
The
sometimes you're
entirety of
just like a head.
Spider-Man. Shh.
It is kind of messed up, but it was a good game, and I would like to see more, maybe some DLC. It definitely needs DLC because it was a shorter game,
Mhm.
which it should not fucking be because it's like a $60 game.
Yeah. I think it was an expansion.
Yeah, but an
Yeah, you
expansion
still have to
shouldn't
buy
be
the first.
$60. Um, but I don't know. It's still pretty good. I would like
Yeah.
to see more. I would like to see more of that. I don't have anything else to say though.
All right.
On Sony.
Um. I have no input on Square Enix. To be honest, I don't have anything to say
I
about Square.
just fucking release anything else other than Final Fantasy VII Remake because okay, here's the thing. Final Fantasy VII Remake really good. I haven't played it, so, but I know it kind of ends on a cliffhanger that wasn't really there in the original Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you've done that. I'm glad that you're gonna release another Final Fantasy VII game. I know it's gonna be good, Square Enix, but that doesn't have to be all you fucking release for the next like 2 years. Like they announced when they had their thing in PlayStation, I was like, Square Enix, let's go. But it was all Final Fantasy VII stuff, and it wasn't even like the part two. It was just various Final Fantasy VII shit, and I'm like, no, no, I know that it's a good game, but I know you can do other good things too. Unlike
Yeah.
Balan Wonderworld.
Chrono Trigger.
Chrono Trigger would be a very nice thing. Be very welcome. Just do something fucking other than Final Fantasy VII. I know I don't really have a right to be as annoyed about this as I am because I haven't played the game and they honestly haven't been doing it as much. I'm kind of over exaggerating, but as someone who I like the Final Fantasy series, I think it's a great series, but hasn't really played the games just because they're the types of RPGs that I don't like to play.
Yeah, that's fair.
I really wish they would stop riding on that wagon and move on to other things. I really am excited about the Final Fantasy VII Part 2, but I think those two things are the only pieces of content you really need to release for that. You don't need to go all Kingdom Hearts. No, actually, yeah, go Kingdom Hearts. Give me a new Kingdom Hearts game. I know we're probably not going to get it for a while, but you don't have to tease us with a rhythm game. Like, why?
I still feel like the most exciting person this year is probably going to end up being Nintendo.
I think Xbox could pop off.
Xbox could. It's going to be Xbox or Nintendo this year.
I think
I
if
really
Xbox.
don't.
I think I honestly predictions. Nintendo's gonna drop the ball.
You
just
think
because they
Nintendo's not gonna
have.
do a good
Ooh,
job?
Aiden would like more Persona 5 content. I think that would be interesting
Mm.
because but although also we just got a shit ton of Persona 5 content in the form of Royale and Persona 5 Scramble, Persona 5 Strikers, whatever it's called, and I think that's kind of honestly, I think Strikers. I haven't played it. I don't know the ending, but I'm pretty sure Strikers, unless they left it on a cliffhanger for whatever reason, is going to be the last game that they do. What? Is going to be the last game that they do in the Persona 5 series. I think they're going to move on to maybe Persona 6. I think Persona 6 would be really awesome. Unless I think the only type
Maybe
of
I should
Persona
put it on the
5
Switch,
content they would
but
do on this point would be porting Persona
porting to
5
the Switch
Royal
because it really just should be
to
ported to
other
this. At the
things.
very least, PC. You should put Persona 5
Yeah,
on the
I
PC
think
and
I
Switch.
definitely think I think they confirmed this too. Persona 4 was kind of like a test to
Yeah,
see if
and
it
then
would
it
sell
was
well.
really well. It sold really well, like
Yeah, so
really
I
well.
I would really like to see them put Persona 5 Royale on the PC. I think that would also sell really well. I don't know if I would buy it because I already own the original Persona 5 and I don't want to play the whole game again just for a little bit of extra content. But Scramble is probably really good. And that's on PC, so I could definitely see them announcing Persona 5 on PC.
Yeah. Um, what would? Hmm. So we mentioned that Nintendo's like I said, they would never do this, but the potential, like if they really wanted to, would be there to make a Galaxy 3. What would that be like, I wonder?
Uh, well, there's this really good game that's called Mario Galaxy, and I think it would be a lot like that.
I
I
guess that's fair. They don't really have to change a ton, but I'm thinking like, what if you did? What if they did change it a bit up?
I don't think you can. Mario Galaxy, while allowing for a lot of freedom and creativity, does kind of have a system to it. Like you can
Uh,
definitely go Mario Galaxy 2 did add a lot to the original Mario Galaxy, but it didn't change the core of anything. Even the power-ups
yeah,
that
it
you
just
got
added stuff.
never really came to use a lot of the things. So, a Galaxy 3 would be cool, but they would have to get really creative with it to not make it feel like Mario Galaxy 2 or Mario Galaxy, but to also still be able to hold that Mario Galaxy title.
That's fair.
They would
Yeah,
have
it
to
probably
do
would just feel
something
like,
drastic, like the difference between
uh
Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2.
So I'm gonna go on a theory here, and I actually don't particularly. Well, I don't know if I don't really. I'm not saying like want this to happen, but I wouldn't mind it to happen.
hmm
It would go against the idea I proposed earlier of it being like a more of a 2D thing. This would be the exact opposite, actually.
hmm
But I always liked the idea of there being a Mario Galaxy that's more explorative,
Oh, yeah.
where you had like similar controls to Mario Galaxy, but there's like one extra feature where you remember the Red Star power up?
Yeah.
I always felt the Red Star power up was a missed opportunity. I always felt like the Red Star power up would have been a really good idea, at least a cool idea, if they had given you the potential to just have that all the time. And
hmm
instead of launch stars, you would be dropped into like this massive area. You'd be dropped into an actual galaxy,
hmm
and you could just fly off to other planets.
That would be really cool.
I always thought that'd be a unique way to take it. Maybe that could be more Odyssey 2, and you could just have like space elements.
Here's the thing with that though. With any open world game, you kind of need everything to be open. You need to be able to go somewhere and pretty much see the entire world just so you can know where everything is. For
Yeah,
something like that, things would kind of have to be everywhere, and it would almost be like Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, where it directs you places instead of you just being
fair.
able to explore.
It would still
because
be a bit
you wouldn't
linear.
really be able to see everything from one point. Everything would be
Mm,
almost entirely separate.
that's fair. I
But it would
suppose there is
definitely be
also the
cooler than
argument.
just the you select a world and go to it.
Yeah. I suppose there's also the argument of it'd get boring. It would probably get boring fast because you'd just be flying through space.
Yeah.
So honestly, they don't really need to change much. But if they did change anything, like I don't really need them to change much. They literally could just make another Mario Galaxy, just add more levels.
Hmm.
The only thing I would want to see change is maybe update the graphics a bit, just like the new Mario
Yeah, yeah,
models.
yeah.
Some, you know, the art style itself can stay identical because those games still look gorgeous.
Hmm.
Um, add some stupid gimmick in, honestly. That's really all I want. I really don't mind. That's the only thing I'd want to change is I want another gimmick added. Like they added Yoshi in Galaxy 2. I'm okay with another gimmick like that. Just don't overuse it and it's fine.
Oh yeah.
Or just make more Mario Galaxy because I'd
Do
like
you?
more.
Speaking of Yoshi, do you think we're gonna get another Yoshi's Woolly, I guess, game? Because I was thinking about Yoshi's Island, but they don't make those. They make the Yoshi's Woolly games.
Yeah.
Do you think we're gonna get another one of those soon? I think that would be a game that works
It came out 2 years
pretty
ago.
well.
We could get like an announcement for it soon. Maybe have it next year.
I hope it would be good because the last one on the
Yeah.
Wii, I guess it was the Switch, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Last one on the Switch,
It was okay.
not bad. Could be
Boring.
better.
Too easy.
make
Way
a make
too
a
easy.
make a harder again. Make it more the Yoshi's Island style. Don't be
Yeah.
afraid for it to be a little hard sometimes. You don't got to take the Kirby route. The
Yeah.
reason Kirby is so fun is because you go into it and you know what you're getting into,
Yeah.
and you're playing it because you kind of because it's a fun game. It's relaxing. You get to
Yeah.
buck around. You get to make friends.
Huh.
You don't really get that when you want to play a game like Yoshi's Island because you're
Yeah,
expecting like a
I want a
platformer.
challenge.
Yeah.
I bought Yoshi's Crafted World and I played it and it was like, I'm bored. Honestly, there's a YouTube video that explains it perfectly. It's not even like a video essay or anything. It's very simple. It's a guy with a controller and he just like puts a rubber band around the joystick to hold it forward and he completed the entire game doing that.
Really?
Yeah.
Was that a sketch or was that something that he actually did?
No, you can do that. You can put it
What
on
the
like an
fuck?
easy mode and then you can just point the joystick one way and beat the whole game.
What the fuck?
It's not difficult enough. Back to Galaxy though. Like I was saying, I would really, really like a Galaxy 3. I
Mhm.
know they won't do it, but if they did do it, I'd be happy. I don't need anything changed. That one concept is just a neat idea. They don't need to do it. I don't know if I even want them to. I just want more Galaxy. I'm gonna actually say a maybe controversial thing. I don't know really, but honestly, I don't think Mario Odyssey, musically wise, like musically, Mario Odyssey to me is not as good as Galaxy. Not even close.
Definitely not. I think I really like Mario Galaxy's music, or not Mario Galaxy. I really like Mario Odyssey's
Odyssey.
music, but
It has
yeah.
great music, yeah. Not
But
to say it's bad, but it doesn't
Galaxy's
hold a candle to
is
Galaxy.
just fucking. I could cry. I weep
Yeah.
whenever I listen to Mario like weeps of joy, weeps of sadness. I don't fucking care. It's a really good soundtrack.
If they do make another one, I actually will say. So I've actually been playing Galaxy 2 recently. Love that game, so good. I'm gonna go over it in a few minutes about how just like I love it so much, but I will complain about a few things here. First of all, if we do have a new Galaxy, it should go back to the style of the first one, world select wise, where you have like a you have a hub, a world hub you can go around
Yeah.
and select, and you unlock parts of it over time, so you can go to just more parts of the universe. It was made more sense to me that it would be that, and it also just was more fun. It's more fun to have to traverse to a different section of it than to just straight up go there immediately. It makes sense
Yeah.
that you'd be on like different parts of it, and that you'd be able to go there because that's stronger than the other
And,
parts. So you could
yeah.
launch you further away.
And I was telling
Not
you
just
about
worlds.
this before the stream, but
Yeah.
the way Mario Galaxy I'm just gonna list all the games that do this. The way Mario Galaxy, Super Mario 3D Land, New Super Mario Brothers, New Super Mario Brothers Wii, New Super Mario Brothers 2, New Super Mario Brothers U. All of these games have the really boring level select. New
Yeah.
Super Mario Brothers, Mario Brothers 3, New Super Mario Brothers Wii U. They do it all better, but it's still a really boring way of traversing levels. If you're gonna do that kind of style, do it like Super Mario 3D World, where you get to like walk around, you get to find secrets.
Yeah.
That was really interesting,
That
but
was interesting.
that's a lot more interesting than just a grid. I really
Yeah.
don't like how it's done in those games,
The
and
Galaxy 2 is probably one of the worst level selects.
and,
It's just terrible. It's so
and
boring.
I know this is gonna sound really bad, but that's one of the things that makes me not want to play those games because the levels just don't feel connected,
It's
and it
fair.
takes a lot away from the games for me.
Yeah. If
The
we do get a
segments
Galaxy
between the
3 at some point,
levels
we should.
should be as fun as the regular levels. Maybe not as fun,
Yes.
but they should be fun. The moments
Yeah.
in between serve as not only a break, but also as a
It
relief.
interrupts it. It interrupts it, but not with good when you're doing that. What you should have is, yeah,
Yeah.
you should have like a nice calm relief, but also something really fun to explore and look around. You
And
should have the
also,
option to just be like, I want to look around and just see what's here and have your environment change.
mhm. It's again, I really like how it's done in Super Mario 3D World. Uh, if you want to do that, I am asking you not to do that, Nintendo, because I 3D World did it right. It did that right. So if you want to do it, do 3D World, but please don't. It's still kind of a boring system. I think
Yeah.
I think Super Mario Galaxy did the level select really well, where you can see
Mhm.
all the levels from one plane. You can see
Yeah.
the
And
ones
you
you
just
need to
have like a
collect.
you have a spinning menu, you can click on 'em. I'm
Yeah.
gonna say I don't want if Nintendo's gonna make another linear Mario, I don't want another 3D any Mario game. But not a 3D Mario, but like not that specific branding, the 3D world or 3D land. I don't want that. I don't
Super
want a 3D
Mario
world.
3D Galaxy.
Maybe. Maybe I can excuse that. Um
That would
I
be.
don't I don't want Super Mario 3D Country or Super Mario 3D Plot of Land, Super Mario 3D Property.
Yeah.
I want a Galaxy 3 because having played both 3D World and Galaxy back to back, 3D World's great. I'm not saying it's not. No one has ever said that
Yeah.
it wasn't good. I don't want it again. I want another Galaxy. I think Galaxy does that because Nintendo has themselves stated that Galaxy's closer to those games in that style, and I think it does a better job.
Oh yeah, it does.
I think it's more engaging, it's more interesting, it's more artistic. It's better in my opinion. I would choose a new Galaxy over a new 3D World any day. I would give up 3D World if I got Galaxy 3. Um, Another thing about Galaxy 2 that I don't like, probably my last thing I don't like that much. Galaxy 2, while great, absolutely incredible. Scott the Woz, when he did a review of this, pointed this out, and I completely agree with him. Galaxy 1 scores a lot better when it comes to the just vastness of space.
Okay.
Galaxy 2 is not quiet enough.
Yeah.
It is too bombastic. There is too much lighthearted um I think it comes to, you can tell based on just when you think of the games. When you think of Galaxy 1 and you think Galaxy 2, the two images that come to my mind at least, when I think of Galaxy 1, I think of a dark galaxy filled like just tons of stardust space sky background. But I think of
Yeah.
Galaxy 2, I think of the more cloudy skies, and I don't like that very much. Galaxy 2 doesn't let you breathe enough. There's a video that I've mentioned a million times on here, but the quiet sadness of Mario Galaxy. explains the thing that Galaxy One does better, and that it has quiet moments. There are moments in that game where you're playing and it's bombastic and it's Mario, but then it stops and it just zooms out and you just see space.
Mm-hmm.
There's no music and it's quiet and it's calm. There are moments in the game where you don't have to do anything, where there's nothing you have to go do. You just are there, and it's the vastness of space and in the cosmos.
Mm-hmm.
And Galaxy 2 doesn't really do that as much. It occasionally does, but it's not enough.
Galaxy 2 is more constant action platforming.
Mhm.
Wahoo!
It's more wahoo and not enough. Oh, Galaxy 1 excels at the more dramatic overtones, while Galaxy 2 is more, I guess, simplistic. Galaxy
Mm-hmm.
2 is a more simplified reimagining of Galaxy 1. It really is just kind of let's just get straight to the levels, not the what Galaxy 1 was. And if there was ever another Mario Galaxy, I would want them to return back to Mario Galaxy 1's ability of just being thatness, just
Mm-hmm.
the vastness of space and the dramaticness and like I love how Mario Galaxy 1 handles its story, even if it's a stupid, simple Mario story. It dramatizes it. It makes it like an opera, like a Star Cosmos opera. It's like almost like a Star Wars. It's so big.
Mm-hmm.
And I always liked that more. So I'd like to see that returned too if we ever got another.
Yeah, definitely.
But now that I've spent time complaining about one of my favorite games, I'm gonna go over what I do like about Galaxy
Mm-hmm.
2. Um, that game is fucking amazing. I mean, it's Mario Galaxy, but more.
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird story that game has for its creation. You probably know it, but our audience might not. Uh, so when Mario Galaxy 1 was created, the developers had made it, they'd released it, and a few like weeks after, maybe a month or so, they realized, hey, there's more we can do.
Mm-hmm.
So they started making more levels. They're like, we should release this as DLC. We'll just make a DLC release. You can buy it on the Wii Shop channel,
Yeah.
and you'll get more game. And they kept going. They're like, there's a lot we can still do. We can keep going, and they just kept going and going and going. And eventually, they realized this isn't gonna be a DLC. We can make a sequel out of this.
Yeah.
So they made a sequel, and that's why Galaxy 2 exists because there was just so much you could do with Galaxy. And there's probably still a lot you can do with it.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably still a ton that's not tapped into that you could still manage to do.
Oh,
That's
definitely.
why I hope we get. That's why I hope we get an Odyssey too, because Odyssey definitely is like a Galaxy in that it there's a lot there left, or very much so at least a sequel. But Galaxy 2 does what any good sequel does and expands on certain elements really well. Certain elements aren't as well expanded, like I said, but
Mm-hmm.
the one where that lacks in the quietness, it does make up for in the bombastic, just goingness of it. That game, every single level in that game is at least enjoyable somewhat. I at least don't hate it. There's not a single level I can hate.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Even the ones that are just the worst, the absolute worst levels, I still don't despise them. I still have enough drive because the Mario Galaxy games are really the only games I've experienced this exact thing with. I rarely have this when I play games. I actually don't play games as much because, like, as much as I'd like to, at least, because I get bored fast.
Mm-hmm.
I can play for a game for about 2 hours and then kind of need to take a break because I just get bored. I'm tired of that gameplay style. I'm like, I don't want to play this anymore. I'm gonna play something else.
Mm-hmm.
Galaxy, I don't experience that with. It's one of the few games where I can keep going because it's not too difficult. It's never challenging enough to where I get frustrated and don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
But it's never too easy either. There's definitely good challenges in there that definitely challenge me. It's that perfect medium where I'm challenged, or the game is challenging me, but I'm not frustrated because it gives me enough lives to where I can continue to keep trying and trying. I don't think I've gotten a single game over, but I've died plenty of times.
Yeah.
It's a good game. It expands on it so well. It doesn't really change any of the way the game plays that much. It just introduces more elements. Because Galaxy games have that certain structure where it has the basic Mario controls, and what it does is you go to a level, first star gives you a concept, you finish that, you understand the concept, second star expands to the concept, third star is is the most extreme form of that concept. And then there's the extra ones, the comets, where you get prankster comments or things like that, and they take that concept and add another extra bit of challenge to it. And
Mhm.
that's really fun. It's a really fun setup. I like the comet coin setup. I actually really like comet coins a lot.
Mhm.
And that it's an extra thing to collect, so that's fun. And then you can also choose to have comet coins show up. If you don't want comet coins, you don't have to seek them out. So you don't collect them, so you don't get comets, so you don't have to deal with them. And you can choose whether or not you want to do the comet. I always hated in Galaxy 1 that you'd have a comet show up on a planet, and now you can't do the rest of the levels on
Mhm.
that planet because you're stuck with the comet there. You can choose in Galaxy 2, which is nice. And um, it just goes more with the ideas. It explores more themes and concepts and ideas constantly. There's so much to do in that game. It's so good. It continues over and over again, and it's amazing. It is
Mhm.
one of the best. It's one of the best Wii games,
Mhm.
and it's still just like the first one. Has by far probably the best. Like Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 have the best. I personally would say the best soundtrack on the Wii.
Yeah.
That's I
But
mean that's
Xenoblade.
definitely no, I'm gonna go with Galaxy. That's just me. Other people can disagree, of course. I could get somebody saying Wii Sports is their favorite because Wii Sports has good music too.
Sports
But
had
I'm
really
gonna
good
be
music.
honest. For me, no other game in the entirety of Mario, it just all of Nintendo games, no other game has been Nintendo flexing that they finally have an orchestra like Galaxy. Because that was the
Yeah.
story. Nintendo got an orchestra for this game. They weren't even gonna have an orchestra for this game, but when they hired someone for to do it for this first time, it ended up with them being like, "I need an orchestra for this," and
Mhm.
Nintendo went, "You know what? Fine." And they got an orchestra, and they flexed it so hard in the Galaxy games. Almost every song is Nintendo basically saying, "We have a fucking orchestra. Time to make your ears cry."
It's so good.
My personal favorite one, my favorite song in Galaxy 2 is there's a song. It's the last. Well, it's the final Bowser level.
Mhm.
It's Bowser's Galaxy Generator, and it does this really unique thing for a Mario level or a Mario music because Mario music usually starts with bum and then dun dun dun.
Mhm.
It starts out with an immediate like right into the music. It starts out with a click. You can like
Yeah.
think of the infamous the Mario theme, and it starts out with dun 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 dun.
Ooh.
Everybody, yeah, it always starts out with a beginning chord. Bowser's Galaxy Generator doesn't do that. It actually builds up. There is a
Oh.
build up to it. I can't sadly play it here. I will get
Just
copyright
goes
striked.
do da
No,
da
it's
da da da.
no. So I can definitely link it. And I can play it to Ethan. It almost sounds like a Star Wars song.
Oh, I get what you mean now.
It has this build up, this triumphant chorus of trumpets building up, and then it lets go. And it's like, wow. It's probably the most impressive song out of all the songs in the game, and there's some good music, but this one really just this is the culmination of Nintendo's orchestra.
Hmm.
It encapsulates you really just exploring the whole cosmos. It is that dramaticness. Best song in the games. It's the best Galaxy. I think it's the best Galaxy song. Ethan, you can probably link it, right?
Probably.
Nice. So it hopefully can be in the description. I'll put it right here. There we go. I'll put it in the chat. If you want to go live and give it a listen, I highly suggest you do because it's the best. It's probably one of my favorites
Hmm.
because it's so good. It's triumphant and really just like bombastic and big.
Hmm.
It really gets you encouraged to just go and face down Bowser. Great game though. Really enjoy Galaxy 2.
Really good game.
So I'm just that was me going over that. I like that game. You should check it out if you can. If you can't find it on the Wii, um, buy it on like the Wii U, or buy my personal suggestion is go buy a copy somewhere and anywhere you can buy it, and then get a ROM of it somehow.
Hmm.
And I personally am emulating it. I own the game on my Wii and my Wii U. I definitely own it. My suggestion is to just get it somehow you can legally, and then go use it on PC on the Dolphin emulator with an
Yeah.
HD texture pack if you can, if you have a PC, of course, and try it out that way because it looks gorgeous with upscaling and HD texture pack. Beautiful game.
Hmm.
10 out of 10 for me with both of those. Maybe 9 out of 10 for Galaxy 2 actually,
Hmm.
just for the complaints I listed. Still really good though.
Still really good. Ugh.
So yeah.
Fucking video games, dude. Can you believe it?
Video games.
It's crazy. You know, it's so weird how it's such a video games is such a cool genre of
They're a
media.
very interesting. Yeah, they're a very interesting subset of media because there's a lot to them.
Oh yeah, it's
There's
like
so many different ways you can do. I mean, they are,
and it's like
the
ever
most
evolving
difficult.
too.
Yeah, and I would argue it's really weird that they don't get the respect they deserve from other people. That people will be pretentiously look at video games and be like, "Oh, that's just Mario." Like what? Literally, like people who like work in the film industry sometimes will look at down on video games and be like, "It's just video games." That is every single genre of media together at once. It is probably one of the most impressive types of art I can think of. You need programmers, a whole team of them to just make the game fun to play. Then you gotta get music. Then you gotta get visuals.
You gotta get game designers. You gotta get artists. Okay, hold on. You gotta get game designers to come up with the video game, and
Yeah.
everything else. Then you have to get level designers to come up with the levels, and you gotta get programmers to actually do all of that fucking shit that you've just come up with, and then you need artists to come in and make the models, the art for the game, and then you need obviously writers. So it's
You
like
need 3D modelers, 3D. You need writers.
I'm
you
not
need
trying to put
visuals.
down like movies or
Other
anything.
things, of
Those
course,
those
yeah.
obviously have their own processes. It's just
Yeah.
like it's
Video
just like
games are impressive.
Oh, yeah.
I would say that the average, even mediocre video game is still an incredibly impressive work of art that even exists.
mhm.
The fact that games like Mario Galaxy exist in the first place are a statement to. They're a testament to how impressive we are technologically and artistically. They are a beautiful representation of what we can achieve with art.
Oh yeah.
So
It's great.
I think that's neat.
It's a wonder that video games fucking exist.
I know it's.
It makes sense though. It's like people saw movies and were like,
I
"I
want to
wish
be
I
that.
could be that."
Yes, it is a reasonable thing that would exist, but it's still so impressive.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's pretty much it for me.
Yeah. Oh, I had my last thing is I guess I got a new lightsaber recently.
Uh huh.
I'm pretty happy about it. I'll show it off real quick, and then I'll probably end tonight because not much else to go over.
Yeah.
Oh wait, did I mention the? Yeah, I mentioned the Pro Switch. Never mind. All right, there we go. There's my camera. So here's my lightsaber. I have not customized it yet. I will be coloring it certain places. I'm gonna paint it a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I have a design I already worked up. I'll show that in a minute once I show off the features. But I mean, it's an impressive lightsaber.
You're gonna have to turn down your Discord thing so we can hear it.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Ooh.
All right, be prepared to hear like all the sounds ever now.
Ever existing.
Yeah, I have to turn off my noise suppression so you can actually hear this. Alright. So I got this for $100. So it cost me $100 total to buy this. Pretty worth it. It didn't come with the black bits. I added those myself. This is electrical tape. It just so I can hold it better. It's solid. It's aluminum, but it's actually really nice aluminum. Pretty heavy. Like there's some real weight here. This feels like the average. The small like 5 pound weights you get. This kind of feels like that in heaviness. Maybe a little bit lighter,
Yeah.
but it's got some real weight to it. So definitely some good swinging. What's nice about it is the sound effects. So very clear speaker. That sounded crystal clear to activate. Do you hear the thing?
Oh yeah, it's fucking. It's going.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
You hear it? Nice. So this has a feature called Smooth Swing, where when I swing it,
That's so sick.
it will actually make the correct sound. This may be slightly difficult to understand for people who have never owned a toy lightsaber before, but I have my old one right here, and I can demonstrate the differences for when I turn it. So we got this one. See how it sounded like it made like 5 when I spun it?
Yeah. Instead of using the audio to adjust to the movement, it just has sample audio files that it will play based on the movement.
Yes.
8-Bit's new saber dynamically reacts to his movement with the audio.
Yes, so if I need to show like that, so if I just do like this, nothing. It doesn't make sound because if you had an actual blade of light, like if you had a lightsaber, it wouldn't. Just moving it like this wouldn't make the whoosh sound.
Mm-hmm.
But if you did that,
yeah,
it would. If you went slightly slower.
So cool.
It's like a softer one. Obviously, I have laser deflection sounds, so like affecting lasers. I have flash on clash. Seizure warning is lockup. I can change the colors. I don't want to right now, but I can if I want to like the full color range.
Mm-hmm.
There's different visual effects, so
No sound.
that's the sound.
Jesus.
No sound. Set sound. Pause.
It would do that.
Mm-hmm.
Where it actually looks like, if you can probably tell, it actually looks like it's a flickering blade of light.
Oh yeah.
That's really cool.
Unstable.
A
Unstable.
bagel? Oh.
Unstable. This would be Kylo Ren's.
A
A bagel.
It just makes a bagel.
It just becomes a bagel.
Hmm.
Stable.
Stable is what I have set to usually. Nice, solid light.
You have something I want.
I have like
No.
9 sound fonts. I have like 9 sound fonts, so Dark Saber.
What are the different colors?
Just the whole rainbow color spectrum.
Does it have the dark saber
Palpatine's.
colors?
No, I can't make it go black, Ethan.
I didn't think so, but I thought it'd be interesting if it could.
It would be interesting if it could, but I believe that's impossible.
I mean, how do we get black pixels on our screens?
And I guess you could be like sides. It wouldn't be possible with this type of blade. Maybe with like a NeoPixel. You'd have to
Yeah.
have specific for is the problem. But other than that, it has every normal color.
You just do a really, really dark purple.
That's Sidious's.
Ray Skywalker.
We got Ray's. Not my favorite. I don't like the activation sound at the very beginning.
Mhm.
Ray's is alright. Not bad.
Mhm.
1, 2, 4.
I've been waiting for this day for a long time.
Kylo Ren's. This sounds like a lawnmower. I hate the way his lightsaber sounds. This is a lawnmower.
General Kenobi.
This is one of my favorites. Obi-Wan Kenobi's lightsaber. I do actually have custom things, so if I hold it 1, 2, 3,
So uncivilized.
it will say like cues of the person it's set
Mhm.
to. I'm not doing that for everyone because it would take too long. This will just be the example. There's 3 for each.
Mhm.
Dooku.
We got Dooku's. Getting only $100. I would argue this is better than a Disney saber even.
Yeah, for people, and can you give an example of the pricing? Because a lot of people don't actually know a lot about sabers.
So, for example, a Disney saber would cost you around $210 for less features than this.
Mhm.
This is my YDD. It is a lot less features. It was $80. It's all right for a starter blade and starter saber, but I would argue this is a much better starter point because this is the average type of lightsaber you get. This is if you need. This is like the average good cheap lightsaber. This is like a Goodwill lightsaber for high quality. It's still better than the one you find at Walmart because it does have an aluminum blade made of metal. But
yeah,
the features suck. The blade is much shorter and not as thick.
Mhm.
It's not that good, and the sound doesn't sound good. This has crystal clear audio, and for
Mhm.
$20 more, I'd get this a million times over that one. There's NeoPixel lightsabers, which have much brighter blades. They have the brightest blades there are, but they're like $500. They're nice, they're beautiful, but they're expensive. The reason this one's so cheap is it's actually just two pieces. I actually discovered this today. It really, literally is two pieces.
Hmm. Interesting.
These are the internals right here. So, like, this is just an empty metal piece.
Yeah.
This takes a few minutes to twist back on, though. Yeah, it's twisting the right way.
Poggin.
God, this takes a while, though. I tried not to do this much because it takes forever. And I was get worried I'll break something, but it did not. 1, 2, 3,
The
4.
Force is with you, young Skywalker. But you are not a Jedi yet.
Vaders.
Vader is also really good.
I would say this is probably one of the best, especially if you're doing a Vader cosplay. This is not a bad lightsaber to get for that. It won't look the same unless you like really kit bash it. I don't know if you can still pull that off, but you might be able to.
Mm-hmm.
But if you only care about having it sound and like from the blade at least look like a lightsaber, with the rest of your Vader cosplay, I would argue it's pretty good. Very lightsabery. I think that's the rest. There's a bunch more sound fonts that I'd go over, but it'd take too long to go over.
Oh yeah.
Have a nice button there. You can see it flash. That's how I do the settings. It's nice. It's a good lightsaber. I would say it's very worth your money. If you can, try to get it off AliExpress because it'd be cheap. It's cheaper there. I bought it off Amazon, so it would ship faster. But I would suggest getting to AliExpress instead
Mm-hmm.
because it's cheaper there, and it's just yeah, like $70. I think I paid $20 to $30 more just because I wanted it to ship as fast as possible.
Mm.
But it's really good, really nice lightsaber. Also, the blade comes out if I want it to. Pretty common thing for that. I have
Mhm.
2 retention screws right there and right there. I take those out. This will come out, and I'll just have the hilt.
Nice.
So yeah, nice lightsaber. That's it.
Cool.
Turn my noise suppression back on. I think that's all I have. By the way, bit of just like in the future, our podcast will likely be on weekdays now for the rest of the summer instead of weekends. I'm just too busy on the weekends.
Mm-hmm. It will still be weekly.
Yeah, so
We don't like doing it like bi-weekly. We just been really busy recently.
Yeah, it will still be weekly. It will just most likely be on weekdays.
We'll definitely, I think from now on, because it's going to be inconsistent, we'll try to announce beforehand
Yeah.
when it'll be, like maybe a day or two before. Whenever
Yeah.
we figure out what day it is, we'll announce it over on our Discord. Which is in the description.
Yep.
Anyways, I hope everyone has a good night.
Mhm.
If you're done too.
I'm done now.
Hope everyone has a good night. I hope everyone enjoyed the podcast.